Shell smashes forecasts, but BNP Paribas shares drop sharply after disappointing results. Welcome to Market Insight, I'm Ramzan Karimali. Well, it's been another busy day of corporate results. Firstly, in the winners' enclosure were the likes of oil giant Shell and French bank Societe Generale. But among the losers were the Eurozone's biggest lender, BNP Paribas, and French oil major Total Energies. To give her analysis of some of today's corporate earnings, I'm joined by Zoe Gillespie, investment manager at RBC Brewin Dolphin. Zoe, thanks so much for joining us. Well, let's start with the oil majors. And Shell posted $6 billion in third quarter profits. That easily beat estimates. How do they manage it when we keep hearing refining margins are falling because of crude oil prices falling?
Yeah, thank you. You're right. I think certainly the one thing that Shell has been able to rely on is its LNG division, and that's certainly the sales there were better. So it seems to have offset a lot of the refining pressure there. And as you say, the results were stronger than anticipated. So it's been a positive story from Shell's perspective. They've also announced a $3.5 billion share buyback too, just to boost I think certainly the share price and bolster it. And I think from other takeaways was that they've been able to look at cost-cutting measures as well, and they've got strong cash flow. So I think in the face of it, there are decent numbers from Shell, and as you say, better than we'd expected.
But on the flip side, we had Total Energies. Net income in Q3 hit a 3-year low. Why such a big difference? Is this all down to the fact that they are not as well diversified perhaps as Shell, or is it just that they're not as well run as Shell?
I think it's a bit like that. They're very reliant on the refining business, and they've seen some competition coming through from Asian and African refiners as well. And I think certainly the fall in the oil price has impacted them too. They've had, again, announced a share buyback, which was less than Shell's. And just on the face of it, I think their LNG sales weren't as strong. So I think you're right. It seems to be an oil major that has been more affected by the fall in the oil price. And as you say, the lack of diversification here seems to have impacted it, and the results today show that.
Well, let's look at some of the French banks now. And BNP Paribas shares fell pretty sharply, while SocGen shares surged after they released their quarterly results. Again, why the big difference? Because on the face of it, those results both looked pretty decent.
Yeah, I think we've seen like a lot of the banks that the strong kind of trading and investment banking divisions have done well. And I think SocGen's retail business had performed better than anticipated. Their net interest income was up, and there seems to be a bit of a lag coming through from that in terms of time. So it's benefited from that. BNP Paribas also has some difficulties within its car leasing division, which has impacted on results. So I think from the face of it, sort of the investment bank division seems to have done okay, but certainly other divisions have maybe faltered a wee bit, BNP, and the results didn't really come in certainly better than expectations. And I think maybe it was just a case of the market was looking for more, and the share price has reacted today.
Now, we also heard from two Spanish banks. We know that BBVA wants to buy Sabadell. On the face of it, both of them posted pretty good results. But I guess what most investors want to know is whether the takeover will actually happen.
Yeah, as you say, I think both banks really kind of show you how strong the Spanish economy has been. And certainly BBVA had, I think, a 26% increase in income. So it's a strong performance. Sabadell have said that the takeover isn't enough. They think it undervalues the business. So it's whether or not we see certainly another bid coming through, which is going to be more palatable, or whether their measures to try and grow their business organically and certainly be able to stave off this takeover will actually mean that the bank will be able to benefit from the certainly better economic outlook in Spain. And I think it's a story that will run if we see any more momentum, but there was certainly no update today on the takeover.
Zoe Gillespie from RBC Brewin Dolphin, many thanks for your thoughts. And that's Market Insight. Don't forget you can watch more videos on Reuters.com.